Following on from the last video, we're going to talk about how different people require different amounts of energy. And we already talked about how males and females require different levels of energy, but it's not only just for males and females, but also for males or females that are different sizes, and this may be mesomorph, endomorph, or ectomorph. So if, for example, we had someone who is an ectomorph and an endomorph, as you can see in the picture, the bigger person will need more energy to move because they are bigger and possibly have more fat than the ectomorph that has very little fat or muscle. So that would mean that if the endomorph wanted to run for as long as the ectomorph, he would need to have more calories ready to be used for energy expenditure. Also, this will be calculated in joules as well. So it would be to calculate the work done, you would have to multiply the distance by the force needed by that individual. Now we're going to take a look at the calculating or what a elite athlete does in his everyday basis to see what his energy expenditure would be like in comparison to a sedentary person. Now we're going to take a look at Andre Iguodala, who is a basketball player in the NBA, and he shared with a website what his schedule is like during an off season, and this is his typical day during the off season. So as you can see, he starts his day at 10 and he starts his training at 10 o'clock with ball handling and finishing. So this would be a basketball session with the Mets of 6. At 11, he does light stretching for 30 minutes, which is only 2.5 Mets. And then he does game light shooting and gym for 1.5 hours and 2 hours, which is quite a lot. And they both have Mets of 8. Now, in order to calculate energy expenditure, what we would have to do is multiply 17.686 by your weight and add 658.2. And then if you were going to figure out how that would give you for a day, you would divide it by 24 so that you would know how much you need in 24 hours. And that would give you your total energy expenditure in kilocalories. So for Andre Iguodala, it would probably be around 2,500 to 3,500 calories that he'll need during his day, because he does do a lot of exercise, and depending on his goals, he will want to exceed his expenditure or he will want to increase his intake. Things that may affect his everyday things as well. He's living in quite a cool climate in America, so he doesn't waste as much energy on having to thermoregulate the body as regularly as someone that lived in a freezing cold climate or a really hot desert-like climate. He is getting older as well, which means that it'll be harder for his body to function and make and convert this energy. So that's something else he needs to look at. And because he's a male, if it was a female doing the same amount of work, they would need less calories if they did the exact same workout throughout the day, because they are smaller. More than likely, she would be smaller and she would require less than what he needs.